Norm Wiley watching your first 360 National Heat event is green. We're underway. And Nichols and Snodgrass. Nichols in the first turn, your leader in that 31 car. Running second, Snodgrass 24 GD. Ergenbright in 11, running third. Jeff Haynes fourth in that 16H. Billy Bell already up into the number 5 spot. Here comes Gary Lee Meyer in 11X. It's Meyer on the inside and Bell on the outside as they both of them working now on Ergenbright for the number 3 spot. Meyer gets by Ergenbright on the inside. Here comes Bell trying it now. Haynes moves up. Ergenbright running in the 4 spot. Gary Lee Meyer second. Running, or third. Snodgrass is second at G&D Motorsports car. Jeans Trucks and Vans 31. Jim Nichols out in front. Jimmy Rogers tracking 11X, making a move on Snodgrass. In turn 3, goes up top. Gary Lee Meyer in that 11X. He's your defending 360 national champion. Now he's looking at Jimmy Nichols for the number 1 spot. Nichols in that Kale Auto Parts 31's out in front. Gary Lee Meyer. That Simon's Electric 11X goes up top in 3 and 4 one more time. He's looking for the number 1 spot. He gets it coming out of 4. It's Meyer, Nichols, Snodgrass. Ergenbright still in that 4 spot. Bell running 5th. Ergenbright in that Denton Associates 11 cars running 4th. Bell in that Son's Daughter Truck Line 17 in the 5th spot. Only the top 4 going to the A main. Right now, Gary Lee Meyer, that Patton Trucking 11X out in front, running second. That KL Custom Machine 31 is Jim Nichols. Third, in the Bob's Custom Trophies 24 GD is Dwight Snodgrass. Running fourth, in the Mike and Billy Moomow 11 is Archie Ergenbright. He's getting a stiff challenge from Billy Bell in the Van Gorp Insurers 17. White flag this time down for the 11X of Gary Lee Meyer. Jim Nichols, Dwight Snodgrass, and Archie Ergenbright, your top 4. Your race for that final transfer spot with Ergenbright and Bell. Jeff Haynes trying to move in now, down the back chute, a half a lap. And here comes your leader and winner, that 11X out of Dodge City, Kansas, Gary Lee Meyer. Running second, Jim Nichols. In the 3rd spot is Snodgrass. Running 4th is Ergenbright.
Bruce Drott and Bob Weed. Bob Weave on the outside. Bruce Drott sitting down on the low side in the 18 car. Bob Weave with your lead. Danny Young running 3rd in the 3Y. Kenny Williams in that 16 car. Steve Brazil. Lee Nelson and John Carney. Still Bobby Weave, your leader, being chased by Danny Young. Drotz, Kenny Williams, Carney making a move on the inside of Lee Nelson. It's the 2 black cars in the lead. Brazil moves around this 16 car of Kenny Williams. Drotz losing a left front tire. Everybody getting on the binders and avoiding that problem. Some good driving there, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby Weave, not Bruce Drott, coming to the white line. Danny Young still charging into turn 1. Brazil underneath the Williams. into that third spot. Now Brazil charging on this 18 car of Bruce Drotz. Brazil now running second. Danny Young leading in that 3Y, that Hawkeye Tack and Western Supplies American Challenge car, the 3Y. Carney underneath Kenny Williams, battling for that final transfer spot. John Carney in that 86 car, moving into fourth. At Carney and Son Construction, Schnee, Danny Young, Steve Brazil, Mid-States Truck and Auto Salvage Sprinter, Bruce Drotz in that Wineland Racing Trussel, Lee Nelson moving into that fifth spot in that 26 car. Carney closing the gap on the 18 of Drotz. Kenny Williams off the power, coasting to a stop, it looks like, up in the top of turn number 1. We'll go yellow. Brazil down on the bottom, trying to get a bite. John Carney around the top, moves that 86 car up even with the 18. A good race down the backstretch. Drotz and Carney. Carney and Drotz. White flag. Danny Young, Brazil, Bruce Drotz, John Carney, your top 4. Carney with a push down the back chute, down on the bottom side. Coming off turn 4, Danny Young.
Third heat is green flag once again. This time Brett Golick at 5G works the inside. George Austin third at 91 up top. Comes the bottom. He's got the lead in turn 2. That unsponsored 91 out in front. Golick in that Newton Country Kitchen 5G running second. And we got 2 of them, now 3 of them involved, and all 3 over in turn 3. Green, third heat. Randy Martin, we got a couple of them together in the back, but Randy Martin slips down on the inside, jumps into the number 2 spot in that 14M. Your leader, George Austin III, in that red 91 unsponsored. Randy Martin at Foxco Engines 14M running second. Running third. Town Square Travel 5G is Brett Golick. Running fourth in that 8B Superwash Sprinter, Bruce Williams. George Austin III out of Raytown, Missouri out in front. Randy Martin in that Beaver Race Products 14M trying to close the ground on him in through turns 1 and 2. Running third, Brett Golick in that Newton Country Kitchen 5G. Fourth and final transfer spot, Bruce Williams in the Party Palisades 8B. Martin running the inside 9, 1 and 2, closes right in behind Austin in that 91. Down the backstretch, loses a little ground as he comes out of that second turn. Martin once again down to the bottom. Austin goes up top. Your race for the lead. Austin the third in that red 91, a white 14M. That American press deal. Sprinter on the inside takes the lead in turn 2. Randy Martin goes to the front out of turn 2. Running second is George Austin III out of Raytown, Missouri. Running third, that Wicks Fillers by G is Brett Golick. Austin staying with Martin, but Martin has that 14M, that Foxco engines out in front. George Austin III in that unsponsored 91, running second. That Newton Country Kitchen 5G of Brett Golick in the number 3 spot. Bruce Williams, that Graves & Sons Muffler line at 8B, just loses the transfer spot as they come out of that 4th turn on the white flag. Chris Walraven, that Dennison and Associates 56 moves into the transfer spot. Said a big thank you to Dennison and Associates for helping him out this week, winning that third heat. Randy Martin in the 4th. Bishop up on the high side, net 86T down to the bottom. Todd Bishop now running second. A gaggle of cars there coming out of 2. Doherty, Skip Jackson, Levitt, Pinniger, Breezy Whitworth. Running nose to tail, Breezy up against the wall. Here comes that 41 car. Virgil Brandt, the 86T of Todd Bishop running second. The 7 of Rick Doherty, the 11L. Jackson and Breezy Whitworth going side by side. That's for 5th. Virgil Brandt still leading, followed by Todd Bishop, Rick Doherty, Larry Pinniger, Breezy Whitworth, your top 5. Remember the top 4 cars to qualify for the A main event. Bishop closing in on the 41 car of Virgil Brandt as they hit lap traffic off the turn. Brandt still holding the advantage. Rick Doherty running third. Larry Pinniger and Breezy Whitworth, your top 5. Todd Bishop in that 86T, still trying to move in on the 41 of Virgil Brandt.